Oh yeah, Philippine Blockchain Week. Oh, come on, guys.
Hi guys, welcome back to Block Talks. This week I have the beautiful Chezka with me. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Of course, how are you?
I'm very good.
Amazing. So, shall we start with you introducing yourself and what you do?
Of course. So I'm Chezka Gonzales. I am the founder of Philippine Blockchain Week and also the founding vice president of Blockchain Council of the Philippines.
Amazing. And there's something you're leaving out, I think.
And I'm a pilot by profession, yeah.
Yes. So, a licensed pilot
Yeah.
and a blockchain advocate. That's very, very different worlds.
Yeah, very different.
How did you bridge them?
Whew. Okay, so I actually started during the pandemic, I actually lost my job. I've been in the aviation industry for 10 years. But you know, when you want to earn during the pandemic, I earned and learned crypto. And then I was just shocked that I was earning while it's a pandemic. And so I said, what is this world? And so I deep dived into it, knew people from blockchain, went to Dubai for an event for the Crypto Content Creator Master Course that I was in.
Okay.
And then I knew a lot of people here, went to conferences, and I was like, what am I going to do with all my contacts in crypto and blockchain?
Yeah.
And so I thought of like, why not in the Philippines? Because we don't have any blockchain conferences in the Philippines. I mean, we do, but it's not a Philippine blockchain weekend. So I can still remember that I was in Singapore Blockchain Week, and writing down this 7-day thing in the Philippines. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. So I'm writing down this plan in my head for a 7-day blockchain week.
Yeah.
But it's just like a plan. And then apparently it so happened that I gave that vision to also my business partner now, who is also the president of the Blockchain Council of the Philippines, and we had the same vision. And now we're on our 4th year. So now the bridging of that gap is from a non-crypto user at all. I do not know anything about crypto, not anything about blockchain, but now I'm here.
Amazing. That's an incredible story. And I think a lot of people moved into crypto during the pandemic. Exactly, because we were all looking for different sources of income. So this is interesting. I'm not very familiar, and I think a lot of people might relate to this, with the blockchain scene in Philippines. So I would love to hear a little more about that and what exactly the Blockchain Council does. Would love to know more.
Perfect. So when I sell Philippines, I don't sell blockchain per se. I sell the Philippines to the world. When I sell Philippines to the world, first of all, we do have the best beaches.
Of course.
So that's one. But on the blockchain scene, we are actually the #1 MetaMask downloads during 2021. Would you believe that? If you search that, and we're still top 10 in crypto adoption until now, every year.
Yeah.
And we are 120 million population. All of them are all gamers. Almost everyone are gamers. I don't know if you know what happened with the Axie Infinity before. It's just like everyone just played Axie Infinity, and that blew up crypto scene in the Philippines.
Wow.
And up until now, you know, it's the consumers are there. Even the jeepney drivers, all the people in even restaurants everywhere. They just know crypto.
Really?
Yes.
That's
so
very interesting.
It's an underrated blockchain community, Web3 community, crypto community in the Philippines. So, Blockchain Council was founded during 2022, side by side with the Philippine Blockchain Week. And Blockchain Council has been really in the game already in terms of, partnering with the government and our Department of Information and Communications Technology. We've been partners with them since 2022, and they've been very supportive of every single thing that we have been doing in terms of blockchain 101s for people, in terms of doing all of this, initiatives so that the people in the Philippines will know how blockchain really works and the tech industry, So Blockchain Council also is doing now the Philippine Blockchain Report, which will be publishing this 2025. And I'm just really, really proud of where it all started, because before, even if blockchain was there, up until now, it's still not there. Not everyone still knows it, but at least, even the basics, people has been listening.
That's amazing. I was like, while you were telling me about, the whole blockchain scene in Philippines, I was thinking, this is a very underrated market.
Super.
I mean, Web3 companies, they target specific countries, but I haven't heard of anyone, talk about targeting the Philippines. So that's amazing, and it's incredible now. Our followers know. So I just want to bring us back to you being a pilot, president of the Blockchain Council, and such a successful woman. You also do a lot of like community building for Web3. As a woman in two male-dominated industries, right? What advice would you give to younger women like myself, trying to break in and start their careers either in aviation or in crypto?
Yeah. I do not know why, but I think it's just every single thing that I've been doing is really towards the male-dominated field. I'm also an Air Force reservist, by the way. And so even just the Air Force, being in the aviation scene, being a pilot, and even here, it's really something that, makes me so proud to be a woman, because I don't even want to talk about like, can you do this? Oh, but I'm a woman. I really hate that feeling. So I would love for everyone to just know that anything is possible, regardless if you're a woman. It's just like, oh, by the way. It's like, oh, by the way. So what I can tell you is that even before, I don't even know anything about crypto at all, like zero knowledge. And here I am doing a blockchain conference. Up until now, I can't believe it. Up until now, I really can't believe it. And being in the blockchain council even. So you can learn anything. You weren't born to fly a plane. You don't even know how to fly a plane when you were little, right?
Yeah.
And so I knew how to. Even blockchain. So anything can be learned.
Yeah.
I always tell that to people. So
I love that.
even if, and it's not too late, like, why not now? If you just tell yourself next time, it's never gonna be, you're never gonna start.
Yeah.
So you should start regardless if you're a woman or a man.
Yeah.
Anywhere. So
That's an incredible answer, and I love what you said about anything can be learned.
That's true.
Yeah, because I think people look at certain topics or industries from the outside and they think it's hard.
Yes.
But once you actually get into it, it's like, oh,
that's it?
like it's not that bad.
I know.
Yeah. So you being a woman and doing all the things that you do and being in the crypto space, you're not the typical crypto bro.
I love that.
Right? And I think, when the whole crypto blockchain space started booming, there was a very stereotypical type of person that was involved. And now, is that evolving? Do you think?
Oh, definitely, 100%. What we've been doing since 2022, I have per panel at least one woman. That's a rule.
Yeah.
A rule. Like, I just don't want the feeling of, because I have been in places, in rooms, that I'm the only woman or there's no woman in the panel. And I just hate that feeling.
Yeah.
So I want to change that narrative into a sense of like, now I'm upping it, I said, I'm looking at the statistics, still more men. It's like, I need more women speakers, I need more. So I think it's evolving in such a way that now it's not a crypto bro world, and it's more of a, women empowerment thing. But again, it's not about women or men. It's really more of changing that narrative that it's not just all guys in one room. And sometimes when I don't speak, right, when I'm in a room full of guys, of course, all of their, they're talking about whatever, all the egos and stuff. And then I was like, I'm just a girl here. Probably they think that I'm just one of the girls of one of them. And then when they know about what I'm doing, it's like, oh, all the respect just comes in.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just want to change that narrative. Like, there are a lot of girls, smart women who are in this industry that's changing the world that they don't know of. And so, I just want to change that narrative, period.
That's very true. And also, I think it's evolving in the sense that there's more people in suits.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I think if we go back to the first crypto conferences, it was very rare that you saw someone wearing a suit.
Oh,
right?
Different in my conference. So, because I just want to add that my conference started because my business partner is in the traditional world. He's not literally in the blockchain world.
Yeah.
So it was a finance, fintech
Yeah.
world, all of those traditional companies.
Yeah.
Until now, they're partnered with us. So it's not like it's a Web 2.5. I would like to say that it's a 2.5. It's not a Web 3 event.
Yeah.
It's a 2.5 because we're wearing suits and everything. But you're welcome if you're wearing shirts. You
Yeah.
know. But it's still that. I just want to exude that because I know
Yeah.
that's what's lacking. And it's not lacking. I love the fact that they're very comfortable in wearing that. But at the same time, I also like the sass and that. You know how girls are,
Yeah.
right? So yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think the reason it's evolving is
Yeah.
because we're merging kind of
Yes.
the traditional
2.5.
Exactly.
Yes.
So that's where and that's what we do at the block
Yes.
is we try to bring, this very serious regulator
Yes,
compliance
exactly.
people
Same.
and merge them with the hyperactive,
tell me more.
creative
Yeah.
crypto people. So let's talk about Dubai. How long have you been in Dubai?
So I've been back and forth here since 2021.
Okay.
So, but I currently live here now.
Okay.
So now
Love
the
to hear it.
Philippines is my vacation home. The other way around.
Yeah.
It's been a ride. It's been a ride.
Yeah.
I really love it.
And what do you think about the blockchain Web3 scene here?
Oh my! You know what I tell people in the Philippines is like every single day there's an event. You will never run out of an event in Dubai.
Yeah.
Conferences every week. I was like, you're just gonna choose what you really, because your energy, you just have so much.
Yeah.
But in Dubai, it's like, it's never ending. It's like, let's do this. It's like, they're all doers, and I just love the energy of the Web3 scene here.
Yeah.
It's like,
Has it changed since 2021?
oh yeah, I feel like it's already good, but it's like, now it's like, boom, amazing. It's
Yeah.
like, it's just different.
Yeah, we just had
It's accelerating.
It really is. Everybody's here.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing
Everybody.
everything. Absolutely. Where do you see it going in the next 5 to 10 years?
Imagine Dubai was made in 20 years. What more in 5 years?
Yeah.
I feel like the more people, because the more people coming here, the more people are aware what really, UAE in general is.
Yeah.
Right? Because the thing is, when I was talking to maybe probably 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and then I experienced Dubai
Yeah.
firsthand. And then, when I experienced it and explained it to people in the Philippines, like, oh yeah, we're coming. And now they have businesses here. And so it's just amazing how you tell them your experience, and from there, they will experience it themselves, and then they're just here because that's how Dubai is. That's how
Yeah.
UAE is.
It's interesting actually. I was speaking with someone the other day from Europe, and they asked me how long would it take to get my visa? I said 2 weeks. They're like,
Yeah, or less.
what do you mean? Like a residency? I'm like, yeah, it would take you 2 weeks.
Exactly.
And everybody's shocked because everywhere else in the world, it takes you a couple months.
Trust me.
A lot of back and forth. So I think that's what's giving
Yes.
us success.
Yes.
In one word, describe the Web3 scene.
Energetic.
Energetic. I like that. Regulation, necessary or buzzkill?
Necessary. Just to give you a brief background of Blockchain Council of the Philippines, right? They always tell us, because we're partnered with the government, but at the same time, we want that decentralization.
Yeah.
It's really hard. So we call it I call it, and my business partner calls it centralized, decentralized market.
Yeah.
Because you cannot actually do pure decentralization and not have a regulation or a centralization on that sense of the
Right.
word. But it's not as freely as possible, especially in certain countries, because not every country is the same. So you still need some regulations at some point.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's necessary.
What are the regulations like in Philippines? Actually, I'm curious now.
So probably, how should I say? They are very supportive in us, and now they're giving us a book of all the regulations now, because
Okay.
they're adapting. The good thing is
Right.
the government is supportive, and not every government is supportive in
Yeah,
terms of
that's true.
crypto, right? So they're supportive, and at the same time, we're now working hand in hand with them in terms of telling them about other countries as well, because we don't want to do it in such a way that it's just the Philippines per se, because I think the reason it started is because a lot of foreign companies now comes to the Philippines.
Okay.
Really, like, so especially when I bring you there, I'm sure you're gonna
Yeah.
want to do something there because it's a consumer market, and so it started from there. And I think the regulations there in terms of, we also have the VARA, the VASP licenses and everything. We also have free zones, and so there's a lot of moving parts. But at the same time, the end goal is the government is supportive and they adapt and listen, and that's the most important
Yeah,
thing.
I think that's a big thing here
Yeah.
in Dubai as well. So you've become familiarized with TheBlock,
Yes.
I think since Token, if I'm
Yes,
not mistaken,
yes.
right? What do you think about us? What do you think we're different? Your honest opinion.
Well, I love it because I'm actually partnered with some of the one free zone here that I don't know if I can announce, but it's Rakdao, for example.
Yeah.
I'm partnered with
We love
Rakdao,
them.
right? Yeah. So I'm partnered with Rakdao, and the good thing about TheBlock is, from my understanding, is that it's supporting everything. It's not just like
Agnostic.
it's agnostic, which is good. And at the same time, so when they come to you, basically you will help them in terms of knowing what they really need in terms of their businesses and their needs.
Yeah.
And I just love anything that has just one-stop shop. I love anything one-stop shop. So I believe
Thank you.
it's a very good product, and it's a
Thank
very
you.
good company.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, there's so many ecosystems in the crypto world,
Yeah.
right? Every chain has an ecosystem.
Yes.
Every project has an ecosystem.
Exactly.
And I think bringing all ecosystems together, because like, I don't know
It's not
what we're
easy.
competing over. There's no competition.
Exactly.
It's a whole.
Thank you for telling me
Yeah.
that. I always tell that to people. It's like, why do we keep on
There's
competing? It's
no
like,
competition.
you should just collaborate. Guys.
Exactly. And the more we're trying to drive the entire economy digital and drive that adoption. That's so much.
And there's so much work to do,
Exactly.
I mean, at the end of the day, you cannot just do it with just one company.
Literally, that's
You
why.
cannot go alone.
Yeah, that's the whole idea with the whole agnostic thing, is because there's
I
no
love it.
competition.
Same. I'm agnostic as well.
Yeah, we love that. So, do you know of any blockchain use cases happening here or in the Philippines? What's
Yeah, definitely. So in the Philippines, there's this company called Meta Farms. They've been with us since 2022.
Yeah.
They're also here in Dubai as well. So they're a real world asset farms. So it's farms.
Yeah.
But it's also a game. But at the same time, there's also real farms in the Philippines wherein they grow crops like coffees, crops, and everything. And they actually, so that's their Web2 business basically. The farm, everything that they get from the farm, they bring it to certain countries as the products, right? So coffee, rice, whatever. That's their main business. But at the same time, they incorporated real world asset in crypto, in terms of gamifying that. And you can like play games there, but that game is actually helping the farmers in the Philippines. So now the farmers actually has access to crypto. They get their salaries through crypto.
Wow.
Farmers, girl, I love it, right?
Wow.
So they get their salaries through crypto, and at the same time, they help them in terms of making. So when you grow crops, technically you need to know when's gonna when everything like the
Timing
nitty-gritty
is key.
timings and everything, right?
Yeah.
But they do that in a blockchain way, which is really good. Everything is on chain in the game. Everything that they're doing is there.
Yeah.
So it's a real world thing that it can thrive with or without Web3. But that's what I love about this, is that everything is real world asset. Yesterday I was at a conference, and I met this guy who his company has this diamonds. It's a diamond backed real world asset for crypto. And I was like, that's just so amazing, because everything that we do is based on a real world asset. I believe that's the easiest to sell in anything.
Yeah.
And then you put a Web3 component to it.
Yeah.
That's what we do even in the Philippines.
Love that. Farming and blockchain, that's insane.
Oh my, yeah.
We're also very focused on RWAs at TheBlock. We think it's the future for
Oh yeah,
sure.
definitely.
So last question. If you had $1 million to invest into Web3 today, you could have a startup, you could start something, invest in something, what would that thing be?
Funny thing is, having this question, I don't want to start another company anymore.
She's like, I'm tired.
I'm tired. I just want to like go to the beach, invest, or whatever. I think I'd probably invest in the people, because my goal personally, even before when I started this, and I just want to go back to my why, is because I want to help more jobs and opportunities for Filipinos.
Okay.
So that's the reason I'm doing this, is because I want the people around the world to know how talented these Filipinos are, and how, why we're here, and how good the developers, the builders, the community are in the Philippines.
Yeah.
And I feel like if I had that million to spend like anywhere else, I'd probably hire more people from the Philippines and bring them here. Probably invest in, certain companies here that supports that vision.
Okay.
So I just really wanted to go back to that why I started this.
We love a woman with passion. Thank you so much for coming
thank you.
today. It was
Thank you so
amazing
much.
speaking with you.
Thank you.
Any last words?
Oh yeah, Philippine Blockchain Week. Come on, guys. You need to experience the Philippines. I mean, it's an underrated market. Philippine Blockchain Week is happening on June 10 and 11, but it's a whole week. It's 9 to 15. So you're gonna get the best experience in terms of B2B on the government side. We're partnered with the government as well. And we're also partnered with all the traditional companies, the fintech groups, traders, KOLs. So it's literally bringing the Philippines all together in one event. And that's literally true. And I want you to experience the Philippines in such a way that you would see it in the business perspective of things, that it's a very, very good consumer market, and you don't want to miss the Philippines. So,
Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.